Pastor's Corner devotional. In this devotional series, we're looking at this idea of what it means for us to be addicted to busy and at the same time searching or finding rest. So if you've been a Christian for a while, one of the probably more familiar verses you can remember is when Jesus says this in Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. He says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." All this. This idea of rest, I think, also comes from this notion of a lot of us will spend countless dollars to find this rest. Maybe you've probably already done this. You've tried to go on vacation somewhere. I don't know how in this COVID season, or maybe you tried to rent a cottage or you try to go camping. You just try to spend all this time and energy and money to get away from the stresses of life, right? To get away from work, to get away from maybe even your family, to get away from other people, just to spend some quality time, just to find something called rest. And sometimes you feel good about it. You feel like, oh, I've broken the mundane. I've gotten away from all the stresses of work for this period of time. But when you get back, do you still feel rested? Most of us, it's almost like this expression is developing where we need a vacation from our vacation because our vacations are not restful anymore. They're packed with too many things. I like to explore cities when we go on vacation with our families. And sometimes we pack in so much. We got to see this, we got to go here, we got to walk here, we got to go there. And we don't end up resting. We just end up going from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. I remember even places like Disney World that offer you wonderful happiness and joy, right? But with that, you have lineups for rides and you have lineups for food, and it's this constant pace of just continuing to go and go and go, and you want to maximize your day while you're there. And that's a different stressor. And that, at the end of the day, doesn't feel very restful. And some of you lounge on a beach and you lie there on the cot on the beach and you're listening to the waves crash and you start falling asleep and dozing off, and you feel rested and you feel good, but then your phone is there and you're quick to post, and you want to make sure people see this. You got to make sure you show this, and so the stressor of that continues on, and you don't find yourself having rest. Jesus said, "There's one place you find rest. It's in Him." I liken it this way. I think a lot of us, we're looking for what we call amusement rest. We're looking for the thing that gives us a restful idea away from the stressors of life. And Jesus is reminding us there is a truer rest greater than that, and it's only found in Him. When we spend the time investing in Him, when we spend our time with Him. See, you can actually feel restful sitting in your car, driving and commuting to work, because you're listening for Jesus and you're in this relationship with Jesus, and He's saying to you, hey, drop this burden, leave this with me. You discover things that you're holding on to, you discover things that you're grasping and you're struggling with that you didn't need to hold on to, or you didn't even need to struggle with, because all you had to do is leave them with Jesus. He says, do that, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened. So my challenge, I guess, as I share this, is I'm a person who needs to think through this a lot. A lot of times when I try to find quote unquote rest, oftentimes it's just busy work still. But what does it mean for us to really examine and take time to really go to Jesus? Not run off to the beach, not necessarily run off to the next vacation hotspot, but go to Jesus to find the true rest that He gives us. That means we're going to have to put down our phones. We're going to have to schedule alone time with Jesus. We're going to block out itineraries from our vacation plans. We just need to spend that time, really, that quality time with Him. So He says again, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, I will give you rest. He is the one who gives us true rest. He is the one who gives us real rest. And so in this season where it's summertime and you're all hustling and bustling to get outside, to be out in nature, to walk trails, and to find quote unquote rest and vacations, may I also encourage you to block off some time and think through your relationship with Jesus and how He really will give you rest if you give Him time and if you give Him all of your attention during that time. So that's it for me this week on Pastor's Corner. Love and peace. We'll see you again